welcome to my kitchen. In today's recipe, I'm going to show you how to make vegetable au gratin. That's a very classic French dish. A couple of years ago, I had conducted a Google Hangouts cooking class where the recipe was almost close to an hour and 40 minutes. And if you would ever look at the recipe, you would get bored watching it and not learn anything from it. So today, I decided to make a short video recipe of the classic dish. And so without wasting any time, let's dive right in. Now, to make the au gratin, the most important ingredients that I like to use is the bechamel sauce. Bechamel sauce is a mixture of flour, corn flour. I like to use corn flour. Sometimes I use millet flours as well. Stir it along with milk and cream cheese and we make the sauce. So let's just go ahead and start making the sauce. So into a saucepan, I'm going to add in corn flour and some milk. Dissolve the corn flour in the milk until there are no lumps and it is well combined. And to this, I'm going to add in the cream cheese, just a large tablespoon. Remember, cream cheese has a lot of salt in it, so be careful when you add some salt. I'm just going to add a pinch, and then we will taste and add the salt later. And some black pepper powder and some herbs, dry herbs. I like to use oregano. You could use rosemary or thyme or even some fresh herbs like parsley and coriander. And make sure you whisk it well before you turn on the heat. You want all the ingredients to be combined, because as soon as you turn on the heat, the sauce will begin to thicken and it'll start forming lumps. So you want to make sure that all the flour is well dissolved into the milk. And keep stirring continuously until the sauce thickens. Once the sauce is thickened, you know that your bechamel sauce is ready. Do give it a taste at the end, so you can adjust the salt levels before you make the gratin. Notice that in less than 5 minutes the sauce is thickened. It doesn't take too long, and I've been stirring it continuously. So now that the sauce is ready, turn off the heat, because the sauce will continue to thicken in the saucepan, because there's enough heat in the saucepan and it'll continue to thicken. So I'm going to turn off the heat and keep this aside. I'm going to show you now what we're going to do with the vegetables that have to be added. Now I have with me some chopped beans, carrots and cauliflower. So this is what I'm going to make the vegetable au gratin with. And you have to steam these vegetables. So to steam the vegetables, I'm going to put it in the pressure cooker and cook it for about just one whistle. And after about one whistle, you will have to open it immediately, release the pressure immediately by running it under cold water. Add in some water into the pressure cooker and just a sprinkle of salt, so the vegetables have a taste of salt as well. We'll cover the pressure cooker, turn on the heat and wait for a couple of whistles. Now that we have had a couple of whistles, I'm going to turn off the heat and I'm going to run it under cold water immediately, so all the vegetables remain nice and green and fresh and don't lose its color. Notice the color of the vegetables. It's rich orange, green and white, just perfect for your gratin. Now we're ready to assemble our gratin and gratinate it in the oven. And now to make the vegetable au gratin, I have the bechamel sauce ready and the steamed vegetables. I'm going to add the steamed vegetables to the sauce directly. And stir the sauce into the vegetables really well until it's well coated. And now I have a gratin dish, a small pan which is flatter and the height of the dish is not too much. I'm going to add in the vegetables along with the sauce into this dish. And to this, I'm going to sprinkle some grated cheese. I'm using regular Amul cheese, but if you have cheddar or sharp cheddar or Mexican cheese, they work great on this as well. If you don't like to use cheese, you can also use breadcrumbs to gratinate the process. So now what I'm going to do is to put this into the oven that is preheated at about 200 degrees centigrade with the grill on the top. So for gratination, we need to have the grill on and place it on the top rack of your oven so the top gets nice and browned and crisp. And if you're using breadcrumbs, make sure you monitor the amount of time that you keep in, because each oven differs in its temperatures. And yeah, so once it's brown and crisp, your vegetable au gratin will be ready. Looks perfectly browned. The gratin has got a nice crusty top on the top, and that's exactly what we want in a vegetable au gratin. You can serve this as it is or along with a toasted French bread. Do give this recipe a try in your kitchen, and when you do, don't forget to give your feedback in the comments. Until then, until next time, happy cooking and healthy eating.